The Ant's Journey. Once upon a time, in a quiet corner of a vast, sunlit meadow, there stood a humble anthill beneath the roots of a great oak tree. In this bustling underground city lived countless busy ants, each devoted to the well-being of the colony. Among them was a small ant named Arlo, whose heart was filled with curiosity and an unyielding desire to help his community. Unlike many of his kin who diligently toiled within the familiar tunnels, Arlo often found himself gazing upward at the wide, open world, wondering about the wonders and mysteries that lay beyond. For many seasons, the colony had thrived on the modest bounty of fallen seeds and dewdrops collected from the nearby grass. Yet, as time passed, the dry summer stretched on longer than ever before. Food grew scarce, and the once plentiful stores began to dwindle. The wise Queen Maribel, who had guided the colony with gentle authority for many years, called a meeting of the elders. With a voice as soft as the rustle of leaves, she explained the urgency. Unless they found new sources of nourishment, the colony might not survive the harsh winter that was soon to come. Moved by the plight of his family and friends, Arlo stepped forward. Though small in stature, his determination burned bright. "I will leave the anthill," he declared, his voice steady, "and search for food beyond our familiar meadow. I promise to return with the sustenance we need to endure the coming cold." Though many of his comrades doubted the risks of venturing so far from home, Queen Maribel saw the spark in Arlo's eyes and bestowed upon him her blessing. "May your journey be guided by courage and wisdom, dear Arlo. Remember, even the smallest ant can move mountains when driven by love for his colony." With a heart full of hope and a satchel woven from tender blades of grass slung over his shoulder, Arlo set out into the unknown. The world above was a dazzling panorama of shimmering sunlight, gentle breezes, and a cacophony of chirping birds and buzzing insects. As he ventured further from the safety of his anthill, Arlo marveled at the sprawling expanse of colorful wildflowers, the soft hum of bees gathering nectar, and the distant murmur of a bubbling stream. Every step was a discovery, every rustle in the grass a potential friend or foe. The journey was not without peril. Soon, Arlo encountered a wide, glistening puddle formed by a recent rain, a chasm that seemed impossible for a tiny ant to cross. For a moment, he felt the weight of despair, but remembering Queen Maribel's words and the hope of his family, Arlo scouted the puddle's edge carefully. There, he discovered a fallen twig that bridged the gap like a natural plank. Balancing with every ounce of concentration, he crept across the precarious bridge, his tiny legs trembling with the effort but fueled by unwavering determination. Beyond the puddle lay a stretch of open ground where towering blades of grass danced in the wind. Here, Arlo met a friendly beetle named Bruno, who was busy rolling a shiny ball of dung, a task that the beetle found both amusing and necessary. Sensing Arlo's quiet resolve, Bruno offered him advice. "In this wide world, not all paths are smooth, and sometimes you must rely on the kindness of strangers. Follow the trail of seeds scattered by the wind, they often lead to hidden patches of abundance." With gratitude in his tiny heart, Arlo thanked Bruno and continued on his way, now keeping an eye out for any signs of nourishment. Days turned into nights as Arlo journeyed on. He faced challenges that tested both his strength and his spirit. At one point, a sudden gust of wind sent him tumbling across a rocky patch, and he found himself far from the path he had once followed. Lost and weary, Arlo curled up beneath a curled leaf for a brief rest, whispering silent prayers for guidance. Just when despair began to seep into his bones, the gentle glow of the moon revealed a glimmer of hope, a field of seeds and tiny fruit remnants, hidden beneath a thicket of wild blackberry bushes. With renewed vigor, Arlo gathered as much as his small body could carry, storing each precious morsel in his little satchel. On his journey back, Arlo encountered even greater challenges. A curious spider spun intricate webs between low-hanging branches, and a cautious lizard darted across his path. Yet, every obstacle only strengthened his resolve. With each step, he recalled the faces of his fellow ants and the soft, trusting voice of Queen Maribel, whose hope depended on his success. After what seemed like an endless expedition, Arlo finally recognized the familiar scent of the anthill, a comforting aroma of earth and communal warmth. His heart soared as he hurried toward home, his tiny satchel heavy with the bounty of his travels. As he approached the entrance to the colony, the ground trembled with the sound of hundreds of ants going about their work. When Arlo finally emerged into the bustling corridor of the anthill, his fellow ants gathered around him, their eyes wide with admiration and relief. Queen Maribel stepped forward, her voice filled with pride as she said, "Brave Arlo, you have journeyed far and overcome great obstacles. Your courage and perseverance have not only nourished our bodies but have also filled our hearts with hope. You have shown us that even the smallest among us can achieve greatness when driven by love and determination." In the days that followed, the colony feasted on the abundance Arlo had gathered. His journey became a cherished tale, passed down from generation to generation, a reminder that hard work, persistence, and the willingness to explore beyond one's comfort zone can lead to great rewards. The ants learned that every member of the colony had a vital role to play, and that by uniting their efforts, they could overcome even the harshest challenges of nature. Arlo, now celebrated as a hero, continued to explore the edges of the meadow, always returning with new knowledge and treasures that enriched the lives of his kin. And as the seasons changed and the cycle of nature continued, the story of Arlo's journey reminded everyone that no matter how small or insignificant one might seem, every step taken with a brave heart can light the way to a brighter tomorrow. Moral of the story *. The ant's journey teaches us that perseverance, determination, and a willingness to venture beyond our comfort zones are the keys to overcoming obstacles. Every small effort, when combined with courage and unity, can lead to great rewards. Embrace challenges, learn from every step, and remember that even the tiniest among us can make a monumental difference when driven by a caring heart.